Coronation Street star Mollie Gallagher reveals on Nina Lucas River Falls story. Coronation Street spoilers follow. Coronation Street is lining up a near-death experience for Nina Lucas in the new year, as she falls into the river while looking for Roy Cropper. The excursion takes place after Roy organises a group to look for bats. But it gets cancelled, and since Roy doesn't have his phone, he's on his own and unaware. Nina, Brian Packham and Asha Allahan go looking for him, but start to panic when they see his thermos floating in the water. But it's Nina who falls in as she hits her head and is knocked unconscious. Nina is such an anxious person since the attack on Seb, and she is terrified of something happening to people she loves. Actress Mollie Gallagher said that fear is always there. It's not completely gone. She's just a lot more easily triggered by things. I think her brain immediately jumps to the conclusion that something bad has happened. I don't think that's gone away. Whereas I think in the past she would have stopped to look at the situation more calmly and rationally and realized that he has probably just dropped it. She freaks out completely and goes down the slippy bank of the river, believing something terrible has happened to Roy. After Nina is knocked out, Mollie explains that everyone is really worried about her as she has already had a brain injury and she is knocked out cold and has to be dragged out of the river. No one knows how serious it is. She has knocked herself out, but also she has been in freezing cold water. Brian and Asha are doing as much as they can, but it is terrifying for them. The actress explained that she was a night owl and loved location shoots, so filming the scenes was a lot of fun for her, even though a stunt double actually did the falling into the river bit. Although she didn't expect the river to be as cold as it was. I had so many hot showers when I got home after lying in that muddy cold river. She said the worst part about being in the water was the fish. I was actually freaking out at the fish swimming around me. The crew were laughing, saying you were lying in muddy cold water and it's the fish that are bothering you. They were cute but just not something I expected. She added, we had a Nina stunt double and she did the fall into the river. When I was in the water, it was just to knock my head and be dragged out. So it wasn't as obviously intense as what she did. It was actually fun watching that, but the worst part about being in the water was the fish. I was actually freaking out at the fish swimming around me. The crew were laughing, saying you were lying in muddy cold water and it's the fish that are bothering you. They were cute but just not something I expected as for Nina's future after the injury. Gallagher hinted, I do love the drama and the action scenes, but I am lucky that I also get the light-hearted fun stuff with Nina. I like it when Nina's happy because she has a lot more interaction with people, and I think that is my favorite side of Nina. Sarcastic Nina and witty Nina, so it's kind of both in different ways. I like the action-packed stuff because it was fun and it's a bit different. But my favorite side of Nina will always be sarcastic, fiery fun Nina. Really. Coronation Street airs on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and streams on ITVX. Read more Coronation Street spoilers on our dedicated homepage.